Hey man, Black Couch Booking back with another video, and today we're gonna get into the debate: who is the greatest WWE women's wrestler of all time? This was a hard video to make, so please like, comment, subscribe, stay with me through the video, and let me know your opinions down below because I'm still kind of stuck and I'm really torn between my decision. So let me know what you guys think. I would really love your opinion. Anyway, the easiest way to do this is to start off with the individuals who will not be considered the greatest woman superstar of all time. We have to start with this lady right here, the fabulous Moolah. One reason and one reason only. I try to be objective and separate the person from the character, but the stuff that she did to women back in the day was so egregious, I cannot consider her the greatest. WWE can't even consider her the greatest because of the things she's done, so get her out the way. This hurts my heart. It's a nice picture I chose. This hurts my heart very badly, but Bianca Belair cannot be considered the greatest woman of all time yet. Too early in her career. Think about it. She came to NXT, what, 2016, 17, something like that, maybe 15. It's still, woo, I chose some great pictures. Sorry, Mr. Ford. It's still too early in her career to be considered the greatest, but she can go down as the greatest. I love a strong woman character, China, physique wise and stuff like that. And Bianca Belair's got it, but I need someone who can do both, who can be a heel and a babyface. She was kind of a heel in NXT, like a tweener almost, but if she gets this heel turn at WrestleMania, which I'm hoping can happen, I think we can start to have that conversation later on in the future. Another one that hurts my soul. Look at those eyes. Another one that hurts my soul, bro. I love Rhea Ripley. I've loved Rhea Ripley since I've seen her at NXT when she was the champion. First time I ever seen her. But same thing with Bianca Belair. It's too early, bro. She's done both, but she's way better as a heel character. I feel like Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair could get to that level of where the four horsewomen are at, but it's just time. Time is of the essence, bro. Time plays a big factor in this. The factors that I'm gonna play: character, skill, a little bit of accolades, wins and losses, things of that nature. But Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair are on their way. They will be considered for this conversation in the near future when it's all said and done, even like 5 years from now, near future. Another one, Asuka. If I was counting New Japan stuff, like her career overall, it could be a really good argument. Asuka is really good. Character wise, it's difficult because obviously she doesn't speak a whole lot of English, so it's like I can't really get into the promo stuff. You know what I'm saying? Two more, Paige and AJ Lee, fan favorites. Bro, Paige, she changed a lot. She needs a lot more credit. Her and AJ Lee deserve a lot more credit because they were at that Total Diva stage, transitioning to the Women's Revolution stage. They were right in the middle of it, and they kind of helped it out a lot. But the accolades, bro, only been Divas champions. Paige been, NXT champion. It's not a lot to go off of. Not a lot of performances to go off of. Honestly, they had very short careers in WWE compared to their contemporaries, so it's very hard for me to go off that as well. I'm not extremely familiar with Alundra, Blaze, and Jacqueline, but I cannot leave them off of this list as possible consideration, especially someone like Jacqueline, who won a men's title, the Cruiserweight Championship. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about that title, but a woman winning a man's title is very good, and that's gonna play a part into future conversations. Ronda Rousey, no, she can't be. She can't be. Too early. Honestly, I like Ronda Rousey more as a UFC fighter than a wrestler because sometimes it comes off like she doesn't really respect the business as much as others do. But that's always going to be like that when the outsider comes in. So I'm not going to crap on her for that. But she can't be considered the greatest women wrestler of all time in WWE. Character's not there. She's just her. Now we can get into the business. So I'm going to be objective. Sasha Banks is my favorite woman wrestler. I love Sasha Banks. Mercedes Money, whatever you want to call her, I love her, but she cannot be considered one of the greatest. Okay, the only reason why I'm going to say she's not is because the WrestleMania record alone, and that's not her fault. She has the character, she got the skill, she's done so much for the women's movement, but her and Bailey as well, which also sucks for me. They cannot be the greatest. I'm sorry. They have the championship pedigree, even women's tag team championships, which a lot of other women don't have that are on this list as well. However, it's just the fact that When you out of these four women, people automatically jump to Charlotte and Becky Lynch as being the top two, and Sasha and Bailey as the bottom two. And even people put Sasha all the way at the bottom because of the lack of WrestleMania wins, because of the personal issues. But I don't care about that. I love Sasha Banks. I'm not saying she can't be considered. I'm saying she is not, but she actually can be considered. My apologies. She's not though. She's not the greatest. I hope she comes back to the WWE to actually become the greatest, but they never gave her the push that she really deserves. Even when she's had the belts, they would be so short. Like the runs would be hella short. And Bailey deserves a lot better, bro. A lot. As for Becky Lynch, it's crazy because she was always the bottom for me personally. Like I love Becky Lynch. She's very good. Big time Becky Lynch is one of my favorite characters. A lot of people say they love the man the most, but Big Time Bex was amazing. When you can go from heel to babyface, that automatically puts you at the top for me. So Becky Lynch, she's a strong candidate. She's one I got locked in. And Charlotte Flair, you have to lock Charlotte Flair in. I don't care what you say. You can say she's getting it because of nepotism. How many superstars are in the WWE because they knew somebody, because they're a family member of somebody, because they sucked up to the boss, because they married into the family, because they did this and that. You can always say that in any case. But she has the skill. Her character is good. Oh, she's just a male Ric Flair. Not necessarily. Skill wise, she has more skills than her dad. Promo, no one's a better promo than Ric Flair. It's only a very few amount of people who can compete with Ric Flair in that regard. But I like Charlotte Flair's character better. When she's a heel, when she's a mega super duper heel, it's the best work you've ever seen. And you can't deny that. And she can still get over as a babyface. In a situation with Rhea Ripley, she's the babyface, but people are obviously going to cheer for Rhea Ripley because she's that social media presence and how attractive she looks and how strong she is. But you cannot deny Charlotte's going to break her father's record for championships as a woman. That is impressive. And Vince McMahon does not have to do that. They do that because they reward her for her hard work and how skilled she is in the ring. You can't deny talent. So Charlotte Flair, that's another one. So I have two who I'm really, really considering. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are right there. Someone who's going to be left off of a lot of people's list is Mickie James. She's done a lot for the women's division as well during the era where they were having broad panty matches and mud matches. Mickie James is a great athlete. She left and did even better, as Impact champion. But Mickie James deserves a lot more respect, and I think she should be considered as well. Am I going to consider her for the end of the video? No, but I feel like Mickie James should be put on this list as possible contenders because of everything she's done in the WWE. Give her more respect, please. Chyna, got to be up there. That's three. Chyna has to be up there. As a woman, she won the Intercontinental Championship. Dominant physique. She was Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and all those gals before they got into WWE. In an era where there were puppies and flashing breasts on screen and the objectification of women, you cannot deny that this monster of a woman deserves to be considered for the greatest of all time. Body slamming the men, beating up the ladies. So dominant, so strong, so powerful. The first woman to get that Intercontinental Championship. I think she might have been one of the first to compete in the Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, let me know. But man, look at the accolades. They speak for themselves. The last two that I seriously think are in that conversation, Trish Stratus and Lita. I'm putting them together because their careers are so intertwined. They had one of the best woman versus woman rivalries in the WWE. It wasn't about bra and panties. It wasn't about puppies. It wasn't about sleeping with this guy, sleeping with that guy, just raw wrestling. These two women are the first time I've seen a really good example of women's wrestling because obviously I'm not that old. I wasn't really, I know about Chyna, but I wasn't really watching Chyna against other women, and her competition wasn't always the greatest. But these two women, beauty and skill, they could be on the cover of Playboy but still put on a decent match, more than decent match. And even now that they're getting their flowers, they're even better than ever before. You cannot tell me that these women don't deserve to be considered for the conversation. A lot of people consider them 1 and 2. Now, let me say this. The reason why I don't have like Michelle McCool, Victoria, etc., women like that is because I still think their accolades don't match up against the likes of Trish Stratus, Lita, the four horsewomen. Their accolades don't even match up to Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, people like that. If we're being completely honest, let's be honest. It's hard to compare athletes of the past to athletes of the present. I get it, I understand, but would you really take Michelle McCool over Bianca Belair for all time? Would you really take Tori Wilson over Oscar for all time? And it's not their fault. They're in an era where beauty mattered more than wrestling skills, and then they had to develop skills later on when they were actually taken seriously. They went to wrestling school. Some of them went to wrestling school. Some of them got on through Diva Search, through Playboy, through, you know what I'm saying, just meetings and Vince McMahon saying, "Who is that? She looks good. I want to put her in a storyline where she kisses me and I hump her from the back." Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can't. We have to be fair. Have to be objective. So I say that Trish and Lita were at the top of those type of women who had to deal with being called a diva and doing the mud and pillow fights and all that type of stuff. In conclusion, right now, I would take Charlotte Flair as the greatest woman wrestler of all time. So many championship reigns, so many great matches. Charlotte Flair has to have had multiple 5-star matches, and it's not just because someone else is carrying her. Whether you hate her or like her or nepotism, whatever. Okay, if it's nepotism, you can say guys like Roman Reigns, The Rock wouldn't be where they are if Vince McMahon didn't owe their families and the Samoan family what he owed them for wrestling. You can say that about Cody Rhodes wouldn't be where he is right now if he didn't leave and come back. Yes, but Dusty Rhodes got him in there. Dominic was guided by Rey Mysterio. So if you're gonna use nepotism as a thing, you have to use that for the men and the women alike. But Charlotte Flair has the skills that pay the bills. Charlotte Flair's character is great. Her promo work has gotten extremely better than where she used to be, dog. When she used to talk, I was like, oh my freaking goodness. Somebody else, please. Who's next? Charlotte Flair can talk. She can walk. She can do moonsaults. She can do eight-figure leg locks. She got it. Natural selections. Charlotte Flair is the complete package as a woman's superstar. Obviously, my favorite will always be Sasha Banks no matter what. And I think Sasha Banks should really be considered. But WWE didn't give her the things she need. I have to be objective. I can't just give my opinion without facts to back it up. Charlotte Flair will be, she might be a 20-time women's champion before she retires, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Charlotte Flair might be a 20-time women's champion by the time she retires. But let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm up to your opinions. I'm open to your opinions, and I'll have some dialogue with you. Please, guys, just comment like regular people and have a conversation with me. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.